Spirit Halloween's 2024 animatronic lineup has arrived. Let's talk about it. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and welcome to a monumental Spirit Halloween 2024 video, because the date is June 20th, 2024, it's like 90 degrees outside, and Spirit has just released what seems to be their entire animatronic lineup. I cannot say I expected this to happen today, and I don't think anybody can, but just a little while ago, Spirit uploaded a brand new video to their YouTube channel entitled The Carnevil Cast Revealed, where they give us amazing looks at the new animatronics for this season. And on top of this, the sneak peeks page on the Spirit website has been updated with the official listings for all of the animatronics, with some in stock as we speak right now, some saying coming soon. I am not even sure how I'm going to go over all of this because we have so much to talk about, but I guess let's jump into all of it right now. So first, I want to take a look at the animatronics that do have demo videos as of the time of filming, because some of these animatronics have their listings, but no demo video uploaded as of right now. But the first one that does is Cotton Candy Dan. Now, of course, Cotton Candy Dan was one of the names revealed to us with the teaser that gave us all of the animatronic names for 2024. And now today, on June 20th, with this huge drop, we have our first stock images of Cotton Candy Dan, his demo video, and he is actually in stock right this very moment, and I actually did already order this guy, so keep an eye out for his unboxing coming very soon. So Cotton Candy Dan, as you can see, is a brand new clown animatronic for the 2024 season, and just as we suspected with the last teaser video, he does indeed stir around a cotton candy bucket, and a head pops out of it with a very nice jump scare. He's got a super creepy looking face that makes it look like he's almost made up of cotton candy. I really love the look of Cotton Candy Dan. I think he's so unique and so creative for a clown animatronic from Spirit, and he is retailing for $329.99, so about $330 United States dollars for Cotton Candy Dan, which I don't know exactly right now whether he's worth it or not. Obviously, I don't have him in my hands just yet, so I have no idea what his quality will be like, but he stands at 6.2 feet tall. He's got that stirring animation, he's got the pop-up animation, he does also have a moving mouth, so he does have a lot going on with him, and overall, I have to say, I am a huge fan of Cotton Candy Dan. Next up, we have the 10-foot giant Death Ray animatronic, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually a very big fan of this prop, which I feel like is fitting because he is a very big prop. He stands at 10 feet tall. He's a brand new alien for the 2024 Spirit Halloween season. He is super skinny. I feel like that's kind of the main part and the main focal point for this animatronic. Since he's an alien, he's a very lanky, skinny, just weird looking animatronic, and he actually does have a servo head, which I think is totally awesome. I love that servo head technology. It makes the animation so fluent and really look like a live creature who is looking around and looking down at you. And of course, like I said, he stands at 10 feet tall. It also looks like his arms go out a ton, which is awesome. He's got some awesome, like, lightning effects almost that are within his body that make it look like an electrical charge is moving throughout him. And overall, I think this just is a super unique animatronic, and I'm glad to see Spirit making a new alien for the 2024 season. He's retailing for $349.99, so $350, which makes him, as of right now, the most expensive prop for the Spirit 2024 season. But I feel like it's kind of makes sense and it's kind of fitting with him being 10 feet tall and having a servo head. He's a very big prop. He's got some awesome technology in there, and I would say that he's worth $350. Next up, we have a really interesting animatronic, and this is the 4.8-foot Dark Princess, another one that was teased at us a little while ago with the name reveals for this season. And again, I'm kind of a big fan of this prop as well. She is kind of a much more simple design in terms of her character, with just some blacks, whites, and gray colors. A very creepy looking face, but what makes this prop so interesting is that she's kind of a mix of two prior animatronics, that being Desmodus from last year and Dagger mic, also from 2023, because she has that same dagger mic animation with the popping upwards, but then her wings on her back also kind of flap outwards when she jumps up, which is very similar to what we saw with Desmodus from 2023. This prop is really interesting because of that animation and because she's kind of a reskin of 2 animatronics and not just 1, but I honestly really enjoy the look of her. I think she's a much more simple prop. I love the creepy looking face that she has. Again, I love how those wings pop outwards because I think it's very, very creative, and I think they'll actually be pretty big in person. She does stand at 4.8 feet tall, so just about 5 feet, and she's retailing for $169.99, so $170 for the Dark Princess. Next up, we have the 3.5-foot demonic Gatekeeper animatronic, and this is another very, very interesting one for the 2024 season because he is a half-body prop. He's kind of like a half-body Reaper that almost looks like he is engulfed in flames. However, it seems like this guy will be a lot bigger in person than his stock image and his stock video make him seem, because if you watch his video, it looks like those hands are massive. At least it looks like that. Of course, we'll have to wait till we see him in person to see really how big this guy appears when you're standing right in front of him. But he rises upwards slowly, and he also has mouth movement, which I will say, I think the mouth movement looks awesome, super organic looking, and just super realistic with the way it moves. I love the flame effect that he has, both in his head and also inside his chest, because again, it makes it look like he's a demon from the underworld who has been lit on fire, and he is retailing for $199, so $200 for the demonic Gatekeeper. And again, I think he's going to be a lot bigger than we think he is, so I have a feeling that once we see him in person, that price tag will be justified. Next, we have our first online-only animatronic for the Spirit Halloween 2024 season, and this is the 6.3-foot Michael Myers animatronic. Now, I'm gonna say right now, this is a prop that I want to like so bad. I really want to like it, and I wanted to like it when we first saw a glimpse of it in the last official teaser video. However, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of this animatronic, and there is a major reason for that, and it is solely the hair that we're seeing with this Michael. I will say, I think the animation for this prop is absolutely perfect. He moves from side to side, his arm with the knife goes up and down, and also his head turns from side to side as well. I think the mask is pretty darn good. It is from Halloween 2, as it has the blood tears dripping from the eyeball, so again, it was pulled from the Halloween 2 film, but I think the hair is just off with this animatronic. If you look at any photos of Michael, specifically in Halloween 2, but really Michael from any Halloween film, the hair is not that pressed down to the mask. It is always more puffed out and much bigger and just more Michael Myers-esque, I guess, if that makes sense. And what we're seeing, at least in the stock images and the stock video, really make it seem like the hair is matted down onto Michael's head. And of course, this should be an easy thing to fix. If you buy this animatronic, you should be able to adjust it with a little bit of playing around with it and maybe even a little bit of actual hair product to make it look like real Michael Myers. However, I have to point it out because it's something we're seeing in the stock images and the stock video, and I just really cannot get behind it. And again, I want to like this animatronic. I really do, because I'm a huge Halloween fan, and I was very excited when we heard that we were getting a new Michael, but unfortunately, I cannot say I'm a big fan of this animatronic. He'll be retailing for $279, so $280 for Michael, which is kind of expected for an animatronic like this one that is officially licensed. While we're on the topic of licenses for Spirit 2024, or as they're calling them with the Spirit Carnevil, the world-famous entertainers, we should take a look at the brand new Deluxe Ghostface animatronic for 2024. Now, I'm gonna say right now, I'm not a huge Scream fan. I've never been huge into Ghostface, so right off the bat, I'm not gonna be like a massive fan of this animatronic. However, I will say he does not look bad at all, and he is most definitely a step up from the 2021 Spirit Ghostface. This guy is 10,000 times better than that 2021 version. He's got an animation with the arm with the knife going up and down. His head also moves a little bit, which is nice just to give him a little bit more mobility. And I know that he will be a popular seller for this season, as after 2021, a lot of people wanted an updated Ghostface that looked a lot better, that had a lot better animation. And I think this will fill the void that was created with that Spirit 2021 Ghostface that was manufactured by Crazy Crate and and now we are kind of getting a new and improved one for the 2024 season, and this Deluxe Ghostface animatronic will be retailing for $279, so $280, which is the same price tag as the Michael Myers, but unfortunately, these two are not available for sale as of right now. Continuing on with the world-famous entertainers, I have two props that I'm going to talk about at the same time, and of course, this is Emily and Victor from Tim Burton's The Corpse Bride. Now, I will say, I actually have never seen Corpse Bride, so obviously, I'm not like a massive fan of it, but from the photos and snippets that I have seen from the movie, these animatronics look spot on in terms of recreating Victor and Emily. The coloring is immaculate, the sculpts are just tremendous, super accurate to what we see in Tim Burton film. I also love how Victor is holding the ring from the movie. It just looks perfect. I love these animatronics, and I think Spirit did an amazing job of taking two characters that are cartoon characters, obviously animated characters, and bringing them into real life as animatronics. They honestly look exactly like they were just pulled from The Corpse Bride, exactly, and brought from an animated world to our real world, and I really commend Spirit for doing that and making them look so awesome. Victor is retailing for $279, so $280, and Emily is retailing for $299, so $300. Kind of interesting to see two different price tags for these animatronics, but hey, that's what Spirit did. Jumping into the oddities and curiosities for Spirit Halloween 2024, we have the 3-foot Gravestone Ghoul animatronic, and I will say he's a much more simple prop, and he almost would be considered a budget animatronic with his price tag of $179.99, so $180. I will say I love the look of the skull head that he has. It's a simple prop. He's got a simple skeleton head, but you know I love those green LED eyes. I always love lime green on animatronics, and I also actually enjoy his animation where he's kind of like shaking around behind the tombstone. A much more simple animatronic, but a unique concept in terms of the animation, and I think he would do amazing in any graveyard display. While we're on the topic of more simple props, we have the 6.1 foot, the Cremator animatronic, and this guy actually isn't an animatronic despite what the website calls him. He is a static prop for Spirit 2024, and he's one of the ones that we actually saw a little bit of in the last official Spirit teaser video. We saw the skull that he's holding in his hand. I'm not gonna lie, not a huge fan of this one. He's just a static prop. He's got a cool flame effect that's on the inside of his body, and I will say I like the look of his cloak and kind of the way his head is. He's a very menacing looking prop, but I really don't enjoy the look of the skull that he's holding just because it looks very cheap, very plasticky, and I'm not a huge fan of it. But he's retailing for $199, so $200 for the Cremator animatronic, even though he's not an animatronic, he's just a static prop. Next up, we have the cheapest life-size animatronic for Spirit Halloween 2024, and this is the 6-foot Night Terror animatronic. I'm not gonna lie, again, I'm not a huge fan of this prop either, but I understand its purpose. It is a budget prop. It's an entryway prop for people who maybe haven't started collecting animatronics just yet, and I fully understand that, but I am not the audience for it, so obviously I'm not gonna take a huge liking to it. It's a very simple pumpkin creature with an animation of the pumpkin head kind of like falling down, and it looks like he almost has a shaking animation as well. Again, I fully understand his purpose at a Spirit location, just to be a prop for a lower price tag that really anyone can pick up, because obviously some of these animatronics this year are over $300, so I understand there being the need for a $100 prop such as Night Terror, and I think for the purpose, this is not a bad animatronic at all, as he retails for $99.99, only $100 for Night Terror. I mean, come on, we really don't see $100 animatronics from Spirit anymore, so if you're looking for something that is much cheaper than some of the other stuff that we're getting for 2024 and does have some size to him, standing at 6 feet tall, then Night Terror is probably a good option for you at only $100. And as of right now, he is one of the ones that is actually in stock right now on June 20th, which is awesome. So if you want him, you can actually order him right this very second. Another prop that's in stock right now is the 7.9 foot Max Straw animatronic, and this is another one that we saw a glimpse of in the last official teaser video. Of course, this is a brand new Scarecrow for Spirit Halloween 2024. He's retailing for $179.99, so $180, and the whole illusion with this prop, kind of not even illusion because he actually is doing it, is that he is holding on to the pitchfork and floating in midair. I will say I love the effect. I think it's fantastic, and I think it's very unique for a Spirit animatronic. We've really never seen anything like this when it comes to Spirit Halloween animatronics. However, I will say I'm not a huge fan of how friendly this guy looks. The face does not look very sinister or evil. It's definitely on the more friendly side when it comes to Scarecrows, which I wish he had a more menacing grin or maybe some blood on him, or again, just a very creepy smile. Maybe the hat was covering his eyes a little bit more, so his face was much more in the dark. I'm not a huge fan of this prop because of that friendly aesthetic, but once again, I understand that there is an audience for something like this, and this will without a doubt be a prop that sells for 2024, as he would work in a more friendly display with Scarecrows. Just for me personally, he's not one that I would pick up. Of course, I have to mention the flashback animatronics for Spirit this year, or as they're calling them, the Blast from the Past, with this Spirit Carnevil kind of marketing that they're going with for 2024, as the IAC is, of course, the Spirit Carnevil for 2024. We have Creepy Towering Clown, Twitching Banshee, and Cerberus. These three were confirmed when we got the name reveals for the animatronics for this season. And again, I'm not a huge fan of these picks with 2024's flashback, just because I feel like they're kind of lackluster. We have no Barney or Butcher, no Silent and Deadly, nothing that was really requested in terms of flashbacks for the 2024 Spirit Halloween season. Now taking a look at the animatronics that as of right now do not have demo videos. First up, we have the 6-foot Wanda Webworm animatronic, and this is without a doubt one of the most popular so far, it seems, from Spirit 2024. She is not available as of right now to purchase, but people have been very excited about her stock images and just very, very anticipating getting her official demo video and anticipating her release on the Spirit website. She's retailing for $269.99, so $270 United States dollars, and to kind of be on the contrary, I guess, from what popular opinion is, I'm not a huge advocate or fan for Wanda Webworm. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I will say I'm not a huge, like, super fan for spider animatronics. I've never been like a huge spider guy when it comes to Halloween decorations, and I feel like something about this prop just looks off to me. Maybe the fact that she's standing and she's a spider is what it is. I don't know exactly. Maybe the way the arms look, the face, I'm not exactly sure. I will say I don't hate this animatronic. It's not my least favorite of all time or anything like that. It's just not one that I would purchase personally. We have Barnaby the Bear. Unfortunately, again, he does not have his demo video uploaded as of right now, which is so unfortunate because I really want to see his official demo video in full. But Barnaby the Bear is another one that we saw a glimpse of in the last teaser video, and I'm gonna say I really enjoy the look of this animatronic. I already drew the comparison in my last video, my teaser analysis, that he was very similar in concept to Monty from Spirit Halloween 2022, and I stand by that. I think he's a very similar prop because, of course, he's a carnival animal, and I think he will fit perfectly with this year's ISE, with it being the Spirit Carnevil. This next animatronic is probably within my top 3 favorites from Spirit this year for 2024, and this is the 7.7 foot Bobby Strings animatronic. And again, we don't have his demo video as of right now. I so wish I could show it to you, and I wish I had it because I really, really cannot wait to see this guy's animation. But Bobby Strings is a brand new marionette boy coming for 2024. I love the look of him. I think he is such a creepy prop with the look of his face, the way his outfit looks all rugged and old, and just the fact that he is a marionette, because we have seen nothing like this animatronic ever from not only Spirit but from any other Halloween company. And I'm so excited to see Spirit giving us Bobby Strings for the 2024 season. I absolutely need to pick this prop up. I love the look of him, and he'll be retailing for $309.99, 310 United States dollars, which is kind of a weird price tag, and something we don't really see Spirit price their animatronics at, 310. Not really sure why he's that price tag. Sort of a weird one, but nonetheless, Bobby Strings is an amazing prop. Another one of my favorites from Spirit this year is Nibbles the Clown, standing at 6 feet tall, and I am so excited to say that if you read this guy's description, his animation is absolutely insane. And again, of course, unfortunately, we don't have his demo video as of right now, so we just kind of have to read the description and hear about it for the moment. But his description says that the 6 foot tall Nibbles the Clown is equipped with motion tracking sensor technology that allows him to spot and follow anyone in his field of view. It feels like he's really watching you. Perhaps he is. This is absolutely groundbreaking and like nothing we have ever seen before from a retail animatronic and possibly even a professional animatronic. And it seems like that Nibbles the Clown will actually follow your movement with like tracking technology where his eyes will actually follow your every move. This sounds totally awesome. I cannot wait to see his demo video and see how Spirit like advertises this and how they show off this animation within his demo video, but I just cannot wait to see more about Nibbles the Clown. He'll be retailing for $299, 300 United States dollars, which personally, I have no problem with it, no issue whatsoever, just because that animation is so insane. To finish off the main attractions for Spirit Halloween 2024, we have the 7-foot ringmaster animatronic, and this guy is being built up to be like the face of Spirit Halloween 2024, if that makes sense. Of course, with the ISE being the Spirit Carnevil and him being the ringmaster, he's kind of the leader of all these animatronics, and kind of fitting because he is an awesome looking prop. He has a very cool looking face, kind of like a big head with a cane in his hand that has a golden skull on it. And it seems from his stock images that his animation will be him leaning backward, him pulling back his jacket, and there will actually be a projection effect within his chest, which is actually the same projection that we saw in the very first Halfway to Halloween teaser, and he'll be retailing for $329.99, so 330 United States dollars. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the last animatronic that we know of as of this very moment for Spirit Halloween 2024 is the 8.8 foot towering Tula animatronic, another Mr. Dark reskin. Of course, in 2021, we got Mr. Dark, and then last year, for 2023, we got the reskin within Hellspawn, and now it looks like we are getting a third Mr. Dark reskin with towering Tula, which is a witch take on the Mr. Dark character, which that lunging up animation, which I think a witch is very fitting for the mechanism. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Every single Spirit Halloween 2024 animatronic that we know of as of right now on June 20th, 2024. I do want to apologize for being kind of quick and short with some of these animatronics. I didn't want this video to end up being like an hour long because there was so much to talk about, and there still is so much to talk about because we basically have the entire lineup as of today. So I kind of just wanted to give you the key information with each of these animatronics, and obviously as we get closer to the actual season and the flagship store opening up on August 1st, I will talk more in depth about each of these animatronics. And for today, I just wanted to get this video out as soon as possible, keep it as short as possible, and just give you all of the key points when it comes to the Spirit Halloween 2024 animatronic lineup. But overall, I'm very happy with these animatronics. I think the lineup is phenomenal this year, and there are so many that I want to pick up. Like I said, I was able to order Cotton Candy Dan, so keep an eye out for an unboxing of him coming very, very soon. But I guess, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more Spirit Halloween 2024 videos. Goodbye.